Hey guys, what's up? Ian here, Molle Designs. Today we're actually going to install a rear Molle panel on the Pilot. And it's the driver's side one. It looks like this. I've already got my Rotopack mount on it because I'm going to be putting a Rotopack on it. Seems logical to have the mount already on there for that reason. And so I'm going to go ahead, and the way that this is designed is you can do it kind of two ways. You can picks up these 4 bolts for the 2 crossbars here. You can unbolt those, and then this can be mounted on there. And then the other option, and there's also holes in here, there's for carriage bolts. So you could do 4 carriage bolts across these 4 squares. Here, here, and this guy over here. We provide those when you get this. We will provide them. I've never run them because I've not had an actual need for that. So I'm going to start by loosening this up and going from there. So in order to do that, you need a 10 millimeter. And the part's got slots in it, but I'm going to go ahead and back these out pretty far. In fact, but I am going to leave them threaded in. I'm not going to take them out completely. So I'll show you what I mean once I get these bolts where I want them. So do that. Okay, so those are situated where I want them. These ones I'm actually going to take out all the way because you got to take one of them out, sadly. There's just no way to do this without taking one set out all the way. And these are going to be the ones I'm going to take out all the way. Maybe. Well, I thought I could do this without the wrench, but I guess that is not the case. Actually, it might be I'm going to try to do this with just taking out one in the back and not all of them. Okay, so we've taken out just one of the M6s. Almost threw that into there. That would have been bad. So we take out one of the M6s. And so the plan here is going to be we catch the larger holes and then we slide forward and lock it in. That's the plan. And it looks like, so let me see, yeah. So you can see here there's about a 1/2 inch. Get my finger in there. There we go. It's about a 1/2 inch. These are out. So they're loose and they're pulled back. I'm sorry, this is the best place I could think of to set the camera to do this. So we're going to line up with the front one. Actually, I'm going to line up the rear one first just to see if I can make this work. I'm going to go forward. Oh yeah, it's totally doable. Now the hard part here is trying to not catch any of the washers. That worked perfect actually. Oh no, I caught one of the washers. I missed. I almost succeeded. Caught that washer perfect. So if I had a little flathead screwdriver, it would be perfect. I happen to have an Allen sitting here, so we'll try that. If that doesn't work, then I will go get an actual flathead screwdriver to pop this thing back out with. I digress. I think I'm gonna go get a flathead. I tried. Be right back. There's the little guy. Here we go. All right, we're back. This is a smaller flathead screwdriver, not some giant thing, just so you guys are aware. What am I stuck on? I've done this a bunch of times and not had an issue, but you know, when you record it, you're bound to find some sort of predicament. So the part does have rubber feet on the back of it, so you don't have to panic about it bumping the car while if you're here fiddling with it like I am right now. You're not going to damage anything. It's safe. Move this forward. If I can get this lined up and just, oh, I see my problem. Okay. So what I'm running into is I'm actually, in order to line it up, to get it out, there we go, we're sliding in at the rear. There we go. Cool. Boom. Dug it out. Okay, so it slides forward. I'm going to go ahead and put this bolt back in. And there we go. That lined up where I want it. Okay, that 10 millimeter. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could shimmy this a little bit further forward to line up all of, so I'll show you guys what this looks like. So these are all lined up here now, so you can do it that way. And then you can put in your carriage bolts and lock it down, and that'll give you a nice solid strap to both sides. Like I said, I've only ever messed with doing it at the top, and go ahead, tighten these guys up here, and then we'll check and make sure we have the fitment that we want down here, and we'll go from there. The hand strap is trying to knock the camera over, but we got it. Run these in by hand. Speed that up. Now we have run this in several larger trips and did this. I don't leave the panel on the vehicle all the time because it's not really worth it to me to leave on, and if my kids sit in the back seat, which they do regularly, they can't see out the window. So that's the reason why we don't leave it on constantly. But I did run a Rotopack on this in oh my goodness, in Moab, and it was kind of funny. We were driving back across Colorado, and because of all of the elevation change, the pressure in the gas can changed, and the Rotopack carrier actually backed off a little bit, and I ended up losing it on the side of I-70. I just happened to glance out the rearview mirror, and I watched the Rotopack just peel right off the side of the Pilot. So that was kind of funny. It worked out. I was able to go back and get it, thankfully. But yeah, so not a big deal. And then I'm adjusting. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in just a second. Once I get everything situated. Take that out. I'm going to extend this a little bit. There we go. Pry on it. So basically what we're doing is we're just trying to hold pressure against the glass. This is in the very corners of the glass is where this is at. It doesn't really move around a whole lot in all my uses of it. It's been fine, but just so you guys are aware of what's happening back here. Yeah, cool. Get this twisted up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So we will flip this around so you're not having to look at me. And so this is what the panel looks like mounted to the vehicle. And then there are soft durometer rubber with an isolator in between here and the glass, right at the bottom edge of this part of the glass, and then back here on the glass as well. This is where it's attached to the vehicle. So you can put what you want on here. We recommend staying, really probably only need to put, I wouldn't put more than probably 40, 50 pounds on it, but there's a lot of different things you could stick on the side of this easily. So, but yeah, that's how I'm going to install it and run it. It's going to look just like that. It takes maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to install it on the roof rack. And yeah, if you guys have questions about that, let me know. They are available on the site. Actually, we might be out of stock at the moment, but they're going to be back on the site soon. So either way, hope that was a nice, easy install for you guys. Hopefully it goes smoothly. You don't have any issues. And if you do need something, obviously, always reach out if you've got a problem, because the goal is that you guys don't have a problem and I have all the problems. So, all right. Either way, that's it, guys. See ya.